Alright, so NFT marketing strategies, that's going to be the topic of this video. In today's call, we're going to touch on establishing a product plan, building a website, building a community behind your project, nurturing that community, and then launching and minting your NFT project for a successful launch. If you're interested in winning up to $2,000 in free value, stick around to the end because we're going to be giving away something absolutely awesome. Let's do this. Alright guys, before I dive in here, quickly, if you don't know who I am, if you don't know who you're listening to here, I want to give you an understanding. My name is Tyler Mullins. I'm the founder of Omni Agency. We're a community management and community nurturement agency in the blockchain space. We specialize on helping projects grow a community behind their project, nurture that community and keep that community engaged, and then convert that community into an actual customer, an actual investor, an actual NFT holder at the bottom of the funnel. So, NFT marketing strategies. First and foremost, if you don't have a good NFT project, I'm sorry, your project is going to have a very low likelihood of succeeding. What you need to understand is there's a lot of competition in the space now. There's projects launching daily, multiple projects launching daily. You need to stand out either with some sort of unique selling proposition, with some phenomenal utility, with a great artwork based project, or some amazing collaborations or amazing people behind your project. If you don't have those pieces of the puzzle, you need to take a step back and you need to understand, what can I do to get those pieces of the puzzle in place? From there, you need to understand, who are we trying to appeal to in this market? What are the personas that we're trying to get in front of? Are we only looking to target art-based NFT investors, or are we looking to get in front of utility-based NFT investors? Do we want our project to have a lot of longevity, or are we looking to have a very successful mint and we're not too concerned about what happens in the aftermarket? All questions that you have to ask yourself. I hope you're concerned what happens in the aftermarket. Anyways, from establishing that good, strong project, you want to have some nice utility behind it. The better the artwork, the better the person that did the artwork or the people behind the project, again, the better. From that product, you then start building out the website, any client-facing, customer-facing assets for your organization. So having a nice, clean, crisp, concise white paper that clearly and quickly articulates your business, the unique selling proposition, and the value behind your enterprise is definitely a great asset to start with. In addition to this, you want to develop out a website. We recommend using Webflow as a simple website development tool. It's pretty cost effective and very user friendly. And then you also want to have some sort of a MetaMask integration on that website as well. On the website, the key things that you want to be highlighting on are, right off the bat, that hero section needs to be clean, slick, sexy, and get across the message that you're trying to appeal to your audience. They should land on that page, and within a second of reading that page, they should say, I know what this company does, and I either want to stay and read, or I'm not interested and I'm going to bounce from this page and move on. I would recommend creating some form of nice, clean, crisp explainer video to support your project. Video content performs very well and it can often resonate great with your audience. And then from here, you want to include your timeline. If you have a timeline for your project, you want to include your team on your project, and then you want to include the amount of NFTs that you're minting, any practicality or reason behind that. Don't focus too much on giving your audience the whole shebang on your website. You want it to be clean, crisp, right to the point, key pieces of information. And if they want to expand, they can download your white paper. Depending on your budget, if you have a very healthy budget, you're investing in email remarketing, anything like this, I would recommend setting up a pixel on your website, a Twitter analytic tag on your website, a Google analytic tag on your website as well, so you can understand traffic and you can potentially retarget people down the road. And then also, if you think you're going to be driving this amount of website traffic to your website, it doesn't hurt to put in place an email form where you can then retarget people, or you can re-email people that have came to your website and they want to stay up to date, or even put in place some sort of incentivized form where the early adopters have a whitelist opportunity or something along those lines to get those emails. Website's been built, you have a product plan, you have your white paper. Now we need to start getting brand awareness for your project and building a community behind your project. Discord, Twitter, need to set those up. Depending on your budget, again, and who you are as an individual, you might want to branch into Instagram and TikTok as additional platforms. But obviously, the more platforms, the more resources you need to allocate to those platforms, and the more you start to spread yourself thin if you don't have the resources to support those platforms. In terms of building the community, you want to make sure that you're establishing a strong strategy right off the bat. You need to understand who are the personas we're trying to appeal to, what's our brand development look like, what's our positioning, who are the competitors in the space, and what are they doing to grow their community and engage their community, what are the content themes that we're going to be touching on a weekly basis, how are we going to grow this community, the specific tactics that we're going to be playing on to grow this community. I have a long video touching on crypto marketing strategies where I touch on the different growth tactics that you can use to grow a community. And then also you need to understand what are the key performance indicators. If we're not growing by these key performance indicators, then we need to reevaluate what this looks like and rechange up our plan. Building the community on Twitter specifically typically requires either a paid and an organic approach. I usually don't recommend just going with organic unless you have a 9-month to 12-month timeline behind your project to support the amount of time it takes to build up momentum with an organic based growth strategy. With a paid based strategy, you can get away with anywhere from 3 to 9 months depending on how much you're allocating from paid side of things. A healthy timeline for an NFT project, despite what you may think is 6 to 9 months, it takes time to build authentic audiences behind projects. When it comes to the next point of this, so building communities, what you want to do is you want to set up your Twitter account as this top of the funnel, middle of the funnel approach to your community. Here, you're going to be putting in place personalized mass DMs. You're going to be doing Twitter ads. You're going to be joining Twitter spaces. You're going to be putting out a large volume of content geared towards trust, rapport, and education with your audience. You're going to be potentially setting up collaborations with other projects. I always actually recommend collaborations with other projects. It's low-hanging fruit for authentic audience members. And then you're going to be growing your social presence. What you need to do is you need to get on the line with giveaway-based influencers that are going to get you to 10,000 followers. You need to get a method in place to keep that engagement rate up with it, whether you're incentivizing your audience, you have an engagement group that you're working with, different tactics to keep that engagement rate up. And then you need to grow your social account. If you don't have perceived social presence, which is high follower account with good engagement to support that, then you're not going to be able to secure relationships with good influencers, with good brands, with good collaborators, with good NFT projects. You're going to be struggling to get your project off the ground. So from here, you've built somewhat of a community on Twitter. You've established yourself. You've put yourself in a specific position that you're planning on angling your brand within. And now what you need to do is you need to look on nurturing that community. So Twitter, again, that top and middle funnel, you're getting brand awareness and you're educating and nurturing that audience behind your crypto project, and you're leveraging that social proof that you get to establish more relationships that are going to help you bring in those authentic audience members to your project. From here, you need to start cross-promoting into your Discord channel. You can either do a gated Discord channel or a free-to-join Discord channel. Within that Discord channel or your community as a whole, we recommend having a community tiering structure in place. This is basically a structure that allows you to say, okay, we know that a community member comes in, and we know that the target thing that we want that community members to do is convert. What can we do to get that community member from a community member who doesn't understand our project to an educated community member, to brand advocate, to a purchaser of our NFT, to a multiple purchaser of our NFT, to a repeat customer to our NFT project? If those are your target activations, what you should be doing is, okay, tier 1 is this, tier 2 is this, tier 3 is this. To go from tier 1 to tier 2, you need to read our white paper. To go from tier 2 to tier 3, you need to have invited 5 people. Tier 3 to tier 4, you need to have purchased our NFT, and using a tool or a bot like Collabland, for example, on Discord, we can verify that you purchased our NFT. Now that you have people joining your Discord, you need a Discord moderation and management strategy in place to keep that community active, engaged, and keep people staying involved, joining your AMAs, and referring more people to your community, building understanding behind your project so that you can get to the point where you understand, I know how many active community members that I have. We have 1,000 active community members, for example. Of those 1,000 active community members, we know that 10 to 20% are going to make a purchase of our NFT, and we think they're going to make a purchase of on average of 2 NFTs. This means that when we launch our NFT, we understand that our first segmented phase of that launch can sell, let's say, 400 NFTs of our 5,000 NFT collection. What we want to do is we want to segment our launch so that we know in the first push we'll sell out those NFTs so that there's no lack in our brand credibility or the perceived hype behind our project. From here, what you want to do is you want to then sell your NFT collection. You want to mint that NFT collection to those people that you know are going to buy, send them DMs, get them engaged, get them involved. Make sure that when you launch that mint, they know it's coming up and they're ready to make that purchase, and you have the perceived hype behind that mint that you have coming up. In addition to this, what you want to be doing is then preparing for your second segmented launch. So the people that purchased that first launch, you want to leverage their platform, leverage their involvement in your project to get more amplification and to potentially get more conversions from them. When you launch your second NFT, maybe make it so that the only people that can mint that NFT are the people that have already minted, for example, get first access rights. Or if you're somebody that already minted and you want to mint the second NFT, the second launch of this first NFT, then what you can do is if you retweet all the mint content leading up to it, you'll get one free accessory from your NFT as an incentive to get them to, again, amplify that content, keep the perceived hype behind the content, and be able to launch your NFT project. Everything that I covered so far is marketing your NFT project when you have a smaller budget to work within. You have, let's say, in the range of $10,000 to $50,000. You're trying to make that work to sell your 5,000 NFT collection. This information was not discussing if you have a larger marketing budget. Typically, right now, what we're seeing in this bear market is a cost per customer acquisition of around $60 per customer acquired if you're using the traditional mediums of amplifying and selling out your NFT project. Banner ads, YouTube influencers, different types of traditional advertisement mediums, press releases, long form content, and a solid, consistent Twitter strategy is another approach to selling out your NFT project that is much more costly but gives you a much higher chance of success, especially if you have a strong, viable project. That's not something I covered in this video, but I'll be covering it in a different video down the road. If you want to see that video, leave a comment letting me know, hey Tyler, got to see that video. Besides that, guys, as I mentioned, we're giving away $2,000 in free value. We have a link in the description, which is a form that you can fill out. If you fill out that form, you're going to be entered into a monthly giveaway to win a one-on-one session with myself as the owner of Omni Agency. We're going to be doing a deep dive on your business, and we're going to be looking to build out a strategy to help you launch your NFT project, your ICO, your IDO, your blockchain as a service-based organization, your wallet, whatever it may be. We're going to help you build out that marketing plan, and we're going to help you guide. We're going to help consult you on the next steps of your project. Thanks so much for listening. Leave a like, leave a comment if you found value in this, and subscribe for more. Thanks, everyone.